Hi, everyone. Thanks for that introduction. Really excited to be here. This is one of a kind sort of festival that we're having for the first time, I would say, in Karachi. And just a little bit of an introduction about myself, adding to what Arib already shared. I'm an illustrator, graphic designer, and educator, or you could say adjunct faculty at Indus Valley School of Art and Architecture. And I've been working as an illustrator and designer for the past 14 years. So yeah, I'm pretty old, guys. I graduated back in 2010, and since 2016, I've been practicing solely as an illustrator and designer from my studio in my home space. So it's been a while. And for today's talk, presentation, keynote, whatever we may call it, I thought I'll be sharing 4 of my more influential and you could say transformative projects that I've had the chance to work on, and it's been a really crazy and amazing ride so far. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so as Arib already mentioned, fortunately or unfortunately, this is one of the projects that does define me. It's happened in actually 2015. I've written 2016 because that's when it ended up getting published. But this was a collaboration, and adding to what Maham shared in her talk earlier, I was just approached randomly by this artist who had started an organization by the name of Taxi Fabric on Behance. So as soon as I graduated, I made a sort of, like a page for myself on Behance where I had shared my work, and I would highly encourage that. Social media is a great platform to share your work and to get noticed and to get more projects, but also have some kind of presence on platforms like Behance. Because this guy just randomly went and he searched for Pakistani illustrators. Since I started in 2014, उस वक्त illustrators इतने नहीं थे पाकिस्तान में, so my name was one of the first to pop up. And he had also just started his organization. What this organization did was that in India, especially Mumbai, specifically Mumbai at that point, they used to ask artists and designers to come and create designs for the inside of the taxi. So whatever the designs were created, they would get implemented on the taxi cover and the ceiling of the taxi. And, it was like an interesting way for artists and designers to showcase their work. And taxis are a very popular, you would say, mode of transport in Mumbai. So they wanted to beautify those taxis. For my project, he asked me कि Pakistan and India के Independence Day साथ आ रहे थे. As we all know, it's 14th and 15th August. And he asked me what if my illustration or project could be a sort of Pakistani's message to India or Mumbai. And of course, I wanted to talk about how instead of our differences, there's so many similarities between India and Pakistan. We used to be one country before we were divided by Britain. And and I just wanted my whole project to be about sort of a message of peace and how we're very similar and we share so many similar things like culture, geography, airspace, the ocean. And so over here you can see there's a Pakistani woman and an Indian woman, and they're kind of holding hands. Moving on. So I was given like dimensions and templates. They want something for the ceiling, they want something for the back seat. So I had to work with those dimensions and create artworks. Over here you can see like their hands which are praying, and then their hands which are also sort of doing the Indian form of greeting, which is Namaste. So I wanted to include similar hand poses. And then this is how the taxi ended up getting printed. This was all happening in Mumbai, India. उधर print हो रही है, print निकल रहा है. Then the third one is the person who's sort of cutting it out for the taxi, and ये taxi में लगना शुरू हुआ है. और हर taxi में जो भी the designer or illustrator was, they got like a little patch with their name and what their message was. So mine was something like Pakistan and India, siblings, but they're separated at birth, you know, and so hopefully they'll come back to one another. And this is how the taxi ended up looking. The last one is Satman Singh. He was the driver of my taxi. And that was really nice because I got to interview him before I made the artwork. And he told me he spends most of his day in the taxi and it can become really tiring and monotonous. So he said he would love something that's colorful. And that reminds him of the Juhi beach in Mumbai, I think. So that's why I also included elements of the sea in my taxi. And so anyway, this project comes out on the independence days of Pakistan and India. And oh yeah, and coming back to a very important little point is that I didn't get paid for this project. And this is, I would never encourage this since I'm also a teacher and I always want people to get paid for their work, but this guy was just starting out with his organization as well, and he told me like very clearly, there's no money in this, but I'm really gonna like promote this project and it'll be more like a collaboration, and whatever comes out of it, if like monetary wise, so I'll share the profits with you. At that time, I didn't think much of it. I was also starting out as an illustrator, and I was like, okay, amazing, this is a fun collaboration, I'd love to work on it. So we do the taxi comes out, and surprisingly, like a lot of the news publications in both India and Pakistan picked it up. It ended up getting featured locally in Dawn and Tribune, and internationally, like in India, it got featured on BuzzFeed, which was really big when I was a teenager or 20-something, and a lot of other magazines, right? So it got publicized, and it was amazing, and I thought that's the end of this project. But little did I know is that within a few months, Coldplay, the British band, was coming to India to shoot their video for the song Hymn for the Weekend, which also has Beyonce. And then this happened, basically, yeah. So, yeah, thanks. So yeah, Coldplay went to Taxi Fabric, and they said they want to show Chris Martin driving around Mumbai or being driven actually, and they asked them to send a taxi, and Taxi Fabric had I think around 5-6 taxis by then. So they sent, one was mine and one was this Indian artist whose taxi was quite beautiful as well. But they ended up choosing my taxi, and that was just a really big, amazing thing that I think I still haven't gotten over. It does annoy me now because it's been a lot of years, 8 years since this amazing thing happened, and people still say, oh, you're that Coldplay wali artist or designer, और मैंने उसके बाद से बहुत अच्छे मज़े के काम किए, but लोग मुझे इसी से याद करते हैं, and I'm grateful for that. You know, these opportunities don't come so often. So this was the taxi. And I've said this before, but I think what really made me excited was that Chris Martin's butt was touching my art. Yeah. And and then obviously Coldplay ended up paying Taxi Fabric, and I ended up getting paid for this project. So all's well that ends well. Yeah, so moving on, and I would say this is the project that really put me on the international sort of place where people knew about me a little bit. Because of this, I also ended up getting featured in the New York Times, which was like another amazing feature. Yeah. And mashallah, and thanks to God, after that, I've been getting a lot of amazing projects. Moving on, just a little bit more about my work. So a lot of my work has to do about my own journey as a girl and a woman in Pakistan. We all know we face all kinds of issues, but there's some amazing things which I feel don't get recognized when people think about Pakistani women, especially in the international way. You know, there's a certain way that Pakistani women are imagined, and I really want to break that mold, especially how we're viewed in the West, because women are really strong, women are amazing, women go and achieve what they want in our country, and that's the kind of woman I want to put forward. This was a series of artworks I made for an exhibition that was happening in a gallery here. That was also amazing because usually illustration is not considered art in the commercial sense, especially when you go to galleries and art galleries, you usually see fine artists there. But I wanted to also sort of bring illustration to the forefront. And then I created a series of artworks which was about my own journey as a woman in Pakistan. This one specifically was about religion and how religious women are viewed internationally or by the West. And I wanted to show like a Pakistani woman can be religious, but she can also be many other things, whether it's sexual or playful or naughty even. So this artwork, I called it Cosmic Ninja. And I would love to talk about Ariba because it was inspired by her. I hope you all know of Ariba Siddiqui's work. She's like an amazing illustrator, a huge influencer as well, I might add. So definitely if someone doesn't know, they should go check out her work. And this is the photo specifically that I was inspired from. And she has a twin sister who writes poetry, and Ariba does like illustrations and art. And I had met them, and they also like bring religion, how they view religion in their poetry, in their art, and it was really refreshing to see that because as we all know, religion is painted in a very serious and kind of like I don't want to say the restrictive manner. Exactly, thank you. So yeah, so I ended up working on a sketch for it and the artwork was created. The fun thing about this artwork is that I got to collaborate with my partner Tala, who's back there, and my friend Homa Tosavur, and we made music with each art and I animated them also. So I'll give you guys a bit of a glimpse of the animated artwork. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Okay, no. So I mean, you guys can go check it out on my website or social media. But yeah, the animation, I was just getting into it, so it's really simple. But we had a really fun time creating music with the artwork. Okay, so this artwork, the reason why I'm sharing it is because it started out me creating this artwork for an exhibition, and this artwork seemed to sort of pick up a life of its own, and it's really gone. I would say it's one of my most popular artworks. It's been stolen by a lot of people and printed on t-shirts and hoodies and tables in Lahore. And every few months I get someone messaging me, is this your artwork? What is it doing here? शुरू में मैं लड़ी भी लोगों से और मैंने उनको copyright के emails भेज दिए. But now I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So anyway, this is the exhibition I was telling you guys about, Microcosm. It happened at Gandhara Gallery here in Karachi. And I had like GIFs playing on a screen and I had the music with each song so you could put on headphones and see it. And then, like I said, this artwork just seemed to continue having a life. The first exhibition happened in 2017, but in 2020, during COVID, I was contacted by the committee or the organizer of the International Exhibition of Contemporary Illustration, and this exhibition was going to take place in Spain, and they wanted to include me, and I was the only Pakistani, or you could say even Desi illustrator, and they're like people who I've been following for years or who I imagine are like, I don't know, illustrator gods, like they were part of that exhibition with me, and that was just mind-blowing. And it was just amazing to have your work exhibited, and a lot of people messaged me from Spain because it was something really different for them to see the art I had created. And yeah, that was just another sort of feather in the hat. And moving on, so this artwork has also been published on 2 book covers. One was Hijabistan by Sabine Javeri. This book cover has gotten me a lot of more book covers, even though I've heard the book hasn't done that well. But it really put me on like art directors' sort of radar internationally. And after that, I've been getting a lot of publication projects, and they pay really well. Like if you're going to get a book cover from America, it will pay in thousands of dollars. So 1 book cover per year will sustain you. And yeah, and this is another amazing that feat that happened. This was a book that featured the top women illustrators of the world. I have no idea what I'm doing in this book or why they would choose to have my cover on it, because it had illustrators like Malika Favre, if you guys know, this amazing French illustrator who I've been in love with for many years. And she shared the book, and it was just like, wow. So yeah, this artwork, as you can see, has had a life of its own, and it would be amazing if it sort of, I don't know, comes out on something else. Another really fun thing that I got to work on, and this one I'm really proud of because I believe I was the second Pakistani illustrator to get to do a Google Doodle. The first one was an illustrator by the name of, it's escaping me right now, but she's a Pakistani-Canadian illustrator who's based in Canada. And then they approached me and they said, we want to make a Google Doodle on Iqbal Bano, commemorating her. She's considered one of the most legendary, traditional Qawwali singers and all of that. So I didn't know much about her, to be honest. Of course, I knew of her name, but because of this project, I really went and delved into her music, and she was like this really cool woman. And the most interesting fact about her that I got to find out was that when Ziaul Haq, the dictator, was sort of ruling our country, he had banned Faiz Ahmed Faiz. And a lot of people who were in the culture and arts at that time were very angry about this, because Faiz Ahmed Faiz, as we all know, is like one of the godfathers of poetry and language in Urdu and also South Asia. So anyway, Iqbal Bano was very pissed off. And while he also banned Faiz Ahmed Faiz, Ziaul Haq, he also banned the sari. So no woman in public could wear a sari at that point. And of course, Iqbal Bano goes to a stadium of 50,000 people in Lahore wearing a very nice, sexy sari, and she sings Faiz Ahmed Faiz. And I mean, that's the kind of people we need now, I feel. And she did it, and she ended up getting banned herself. But that didn't stop her. She was still performing, and obviously after Ziaul Haq, the ban was removed. And so I just wanted to show her in all her glory. I wanted to include the instruments that were used to play this kind of music. But there is one interesting story that I'll share, for this project, which was that when I worked on the sketches, I put gajras on Iqbal Bano's hands and her hair. And if you YouTube her old videos, you'll see that she often wore gajras in her hair and her hands. And it was approved by the office in, the Google office in LA, I think, approved it. But they told me that they also had to get things approved by the Pakistani office, jo bhi their Google ka office hai. Anyway, I finished the artwork, the gajras are there, you'll see over here, abhi wo aayenge, and the artwork goes, and suddenly I get some feedback from Google, which is ke aap please Iqbal Bano ke haathon se gajre hata dein, because we got feedback from the Pakistan office that this means that she's a prostitute or from the red light area. And I was so appalled, guys. I cannot tell you. I was so angry. I had to take a whole day to sort of word my anger in an email, because what the hell is that about? My own father buys gajras at the traffic signal and brings them. Gajras are a huge part of our culture. Women wear it at weddings. We even have it at kisi ke, intakal pe bhi wo hote hain, at people's funerals. So what the hell was that about? And obviously this feedback had to come from, I'm sorry, but I have to say this, from a man. From a man in the Pakistan office, and I just wrote the whole email, but in the end, Google, the office in LA, they were like, yes, we understand and we completely agree with you and we're very sorry about this, but we cannot tell the Pakistan office that we're not going to follow their feedback because this is a Pakistani icon, and at the end of the day, we have to listen to their feedback. So I really tried, but in the end, sadly, when you're working on commercial projects, you have to pick your battles. And this one was, one that I lost. But I always shared this story so that people know कि इस तरह के कभी-कभार compromises करने पड़ते हैं with clients. If it's a personal project, obviously I would not have changed it. And just a little bit of a thing that you guys will notice in the color variations. This is something that I really learned. It was a learning experience. When you do something like Google Doodle, it's going to be viewed on a lot of platforms, whether that's on someone's laptop or a computer or a phone. और जब वो phone पे देखा जाएगा, its size is going to be really small, right? So you have to make sure that the contrast and the clarity is there. So I had started out with a very light pink shade की साड़ी, लेकिन अगर हम इसको बहुत छोटा करके देख रहे थे तो contrast नहीं हो रहा था. That's why I made it red, and then even red they felt wasn't working, so we just changed the color to blue. And if you viewed it at your phone, then you would see कि ज़्यादा contrast था. And this was amazing because yeah, all of Pakistan got to see my artwork on Google. Yeah. So yeah. And last but not least, I really wanted to share this because this is very close to my heart. These are the poster artworks that I've sort of gotten to create for Aurat March since the last 3 years. Thank you. I started with the one in 2022. This one, they approached me. And I should add, all of this work is pro bono. I feel like now I wouldn't say that everyone should do it, but I'm at this point in my career where I do have a lot of projects, and if I can do some passion projects which don't pay me, sometimes I will do that. And I don't want to gain anything monetarily for work like this. This is just coming from the heart, and I want it to remain like that. So as you can very much tell, the first one is about a woman, a housewife, or हमारे ऊपर कितना, housewives पे कितना labor होता है, but it's unpaid labor, and it's not even recognized in most households. So just wanted to show how a woman, any woman, is basically like a superwoman, and we're dealing with so many different things in a day. The second one was after the floods that happened in Sindh, and a lot of the rural people were very badly affected. So the whole Aurat March ka jo theme tha us time ka was about, empowering the women in rural areas or unki jo bhi problems hain, which also majorly, by the way, includes bonded labor, especially in Sindh. So this was about a woman, and jo mera pehla artwork tha, I felt thoda sa like sad, and in the second one I just wanted to show a woman like going all out and fighting and breaking the chains. So that's how the second artwork ended up. The third one, they approached me very late. If you look closely, you can tell the woman's face is the same. I just picked up the face from the second poster and put it here because they approached me last minute, and not only did they want me to do the poster design, they wanted me to do the whole branding in one day for Aurat March. So I paused everything and I did that quickly for them, and it looked really great. So I have some images of the Aurat March in 23. This is me with my friends. They had put a huge poster of my work, and of course I had to pose with it. I also was rich enough to treat myself to an iPad 2 years ago after a lot of saving. I see a lot of people just instantly now buying iPads. There's nothing wrong with that, but I would say don't just limit yourself to Procreate because Photoshop and Illustrator are amazing and much more powerful softwares, and there's a lot of room there to experiment and learn. So push yourself, watch some YouTube videos, and just practice, guys. I would say that's the only secret to a career in illustration. As you can see, this artwork was heavily inspired by the Ajrak because we were talking about women in Sindh and rural areas. So I wanted to add that. That's a few more photos. I took my other posters too, and all these posters are available to download for free if anyone wants. They're on my Instagram and website. So, and this was the march this year. That's my friend Humayun and my friend Homa with me. And of course, again, I had to pose with the art. But I would add, like, My poster is just one of the many amazing artworks that are present at Aurat March. If anyone hasn't been there and is curious, I would totally very much encourage you guys to join us next year. It's such a beautiful, wholesome feeling. I would say very much like today, where I guess we're all feeling like this community vibe. We haven't had something like this before. The Aurat March, maybe, it's very similar. And yeah, this was the sort of backdrop I did. They had some demands. I had to sort of design that. And overall, it turned out into an amazing experience. So these are the artworks that I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you guys, I don't know, enjoyed or learned something from it. Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, thank you so much. And I would just end it by saying, you know, if you're passionate about art, illustration, or design, the only way forward is to just keep practicing, share your work. I really agreed with a few things that Maham said. You know, message people that you want to collaborate. As you saw, my Coldplay was just a message on Behance, that project that I ended up saying yes to, and it transformed my life. So yeah, and I also teach at Indus, so if anyone wants to ever get in touch for anything related at Indus or to just collaborate or say hi, some of my students are also here, so it's great to see them. And yeah, thank you so much, and thank you so much to Areeb for doing such an amazing festival. I hope this is going to be like a regular thing in Karachi, but thank you so much. Thanks, guys.